I'm Nika Chung. Welcome back to my channel. Ed Wood, directed by Tim Burton, and starring the talented Johnny Depp as Ed Wood, Martin Landau as Bela Lugosi, Sarah Jessica Parker, Bill Murray, Jeffrey Jones, and Patricia Arquette.
Different World, the true story of a Hollywood legend, Ed Wood.
And action!
He made movies like no one else.
You want to keep moving. You've got to get through that door. Ah, that was perfect.
Perfect. Do you know anything about film production?
Well, I like to think so.
And it's based on the nightmare of Ecstasy, the life and art of Edward D. Wood Jr., a classic black and white film set in Tinseltown in the 1950s about one of the worst filmmakers, Ed Wood, an ambitious struggling film director, trying to make it big in the film industry despite the lack of his talent. Upon hearing an announcement in Variety magazine that producer George Weiss is trying to purchase Christine Jorgensen's life story, Wood wants to meet Weiss. Weiss explains that Variety's announcement was just a news leak and it's impossible to purchase Jorgensen's rights. But Wood tries to convince Weiss that he is perfect to direct the film, owing the fact that he himself is a cross-dresser that loves to wear women's clothing and knows what it's like to live with a secret, but Weiss declines and wants a director with experience. Wood meets his longtime idol Bela Lugosi, known for his 1931 film Dracula and Son of Frankenstein, and wants him to be in his pictures. They become friends, and once again Wood persuades Weiss to let him direct the film by convincing him that having a star in the film would sell at the box office. With the help of his formerly famous Bela Lugosi and a devoted cast including TV host Van Pie and the crew of show business misfits who believe in Ed's unique artistic vision and finally bringing his dreams to cinematic life. Despite the lack of critical or commercial success, Ed and his friends managed to create the oddly endearing series of extremely low budget. Y'all, when I mean low, I mean low. Ed Wood does something that no filmmaker will ever do in history. Since he's on time and money, he does one take of a scene and moves on to the next and believes each scene is good, even if there's cardboard flying in the air, and uses stock footage to fill the gaps in the films. He will stop at nothing to create some of the most unforgettable, laughable pictures of all times in this movie. Hey, time is money, right? The acting was really good with the ensemble cast. Johnny Depp was brilliant as Ed Wood. He brought him to life and he portrayed him really well. He was entertaining, funny. This is my first time seeing Johnny in drag and dancing. It was really cool. This was a memorizing performance. The aging vampire star played with hilarious crankiness by the outstanding fine Martin Landau and becomes a prominent figure even at his most bizarre. It was great to see Bill Murray in this film. He is so funny. I enjoyed him in all the Ghostbusters movies. What I really admire about Ed, he was there for Bela Lugosi. He was resurrected at the tail end of his career when no one thought about bringing him in a picture, but Ed did. And there was a scene when Ed was talking to director Orson Welles, giving him valuable advice and told him visions are worth fighting for. Why spending your life making someone else's dreams come true? He went back to the studio, took charge, and made his picture. These moments were the core of the film. This film is so underrated, it kind of reminds me of the movie Mank. I had a good time watching this film. It's entertaining, hilarious throughout the scenes.
How can you act so casual when you're dressed like that?
All right, everybody, let's finish this picture.
And it's a classic black and white, and it's one of those great movies about movie making in the golden age and the passion for filmmaking and directing. This was genius of Tim Burton's creative vision, and it also pays homage with the loving reenactments of the authentic Wood movie scenes with the actors. Here's some interesting facts about the film. Johnny Depp said that his characterization of Edward D. Jones Jr. was a mixture of the blind optimism of Ronald Reagan, the enthusiasm of the Tin Man from The Wizard of Oz, and Casey Kasem. Martin Landau's face had to be painted unnaturally white in order for the black and white film stock to record properly. One thing about Tim Burton, he likes to take it up a notch in his films, has no trouble holding his audience's attention, especially the cast of Plan 9 from Outer Space. They were baptized because the film's financing came from the Baptist Church of Beverly Hills, and the church officials insisted on both baptism and the removal of the grave diggers. Any film I watch for the first time, I learn something really cool about the film, and it makes me want to do research, especially historical films that include historical figures, biopics, music, and of course, Tinseltown Hollywood stories. I've seen clips of some of his films. They look really cool, especially Plan 9 from Outer Space and The Bride of the Monster. He left a legacy of films for us to enjoy.
This is the one I'll be remembered for.
Now, I don't think he's a bad director. I think if he was given more of a budget for his films, I think they would turn out fantastic and you would have to use stock footage. His stories are unique. If you guys have not seen this film, I highly recommend it. And if you're an aspiring filmmaker, you'll definitely have a good time watching this movie. I'm your host, Anika Chung, and I'll see you next time on my next movie or trailer review. Love yourself always, and remember, be excellent to each other. Alright guys, have a blessed new year, and I'll see you in the next film. Cheers!